So what's up everyone, and welcome to Capital City Art Adventure, where we have one job, literally one job, and that is to draw as many capital cities or capital towns as hard as we possibly can from country to country. We're still drawing a bunch of Caribbean capitals. Our goal here is to try to draw everything in the Caribbean region, every capital in the Caribbean region, and then we move to the other side of the world for now and draw the Asian capitals, most likely East Asian capital. Oh, by the way, my name is Julian, so hi. We are still drawing the Trinidad and Tobago capitals. We drew 7 capitals, regional capitals. We still got 8 more to draw. 1 ward, 5 boroughs, and 2 city corporations. It feels really good to get past another country, and I can't forget about this. Our goal is to draw 200 capital cities. I had said this numerous of times in the past. Once we get to 200 capital cities, I had promised to do a milestone video, much like what I did when we had drew 100 capital towns. The numbers are just growing. So far, we drew 193 capital towns after drawing the rest of the capital towns for the Caribbean country, Trinidad and Tobago, but now we have moved on to the next Caribbean country. We're clearing up the Caribbean region gradually. It just feels like I'm carrying so many cinder blocks like behind my back, easily getting worn out, wanting to take a break. But yeah, I'll admit it, I would take a break from drawing these capital towns, and then I would come back the next day, start from scratch again, and repeat that. And I know I haven't uploaded anything for a couple weeks. That's because I've been quite busy drawing the capital towns for Trinidad and Tobago, drawing the rest of those places, having to deal with a mild burnout. I wasn't burned out. I was still, drawing, still doing art, continuing with my animation for my secondary channel, Jules Nerdy 2000. I'm just gonna go ahead and get to the rest of the capital towns I drew for the Caribbean country of Trinidad and Tobago. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the capital towns. January 3rd, 2025 actually made it. Was actually 5 years since the start of this series. The original name of this art series was Drawing Every Current Capital City, where, one objective is to draw as many capital cities as we can, like try to draw every single one of them from country to country, from continent to continent. I think with the exception of Antarctica, I don't think there's a single capital town, because it's too difficult to live in Antarctica, because there's nothing but snow and ice and tons of penguins. So there are several nations from different continents that would occupy portions of Antarctica. So for instance, the US. I don't know all of the names of those certain areas in Antarctica that are occupied by various nations all over the world, in again various continents. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to really worry about drawing a capital town for that continent, so specifically Antarctica, because there's hardly any buildings. We got Google Images, so we know what Antarctica is like and what it's like to visit there, what it's like to live there. I wouldn't even live there. I couldn't even handle that much cold. Nah, no way. But enough of talking about Antarctica. We should be talking about my proposed plan. I know I had said this millions of times already. Once we get to 200 capital cities, I will make a milestone video. I don't want the milestone video of drawing 200 capital cities to be super memorable. I mean, I want it to be, wait, did I say memorable? My brain is fried from, it's been like 2 weeks without me uploading anything for YouTube and for Facebook. I've been uploading the YouTube videos to my Facebook page, Jules Nerdy. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase what I said several seconds ago. I don't want the milestone video to be too memorable. I want it to be just memorable. So memorable, but not too memorable, where a lot of people are gonna keep on going back to it like years from now, and they're gonna be like, holy shit, holy shit, this was quite the milestone. I'm not gonna get tired of this milestone from this guy. This guy is ridiculous. This guy is really awesome at what he does for his life. You know, that situation. So, I mean, I'm still a very small YouTuber. Hardly anybody will even watch the milestone video, which is fine. I mean, I won't get mad. I won't start complaining like an 8-year-old. It is what it is. I'm gonna do my best to make the milestone video better than what I did a few years ago when we drew 100 capital cities. So from the US capitals to the Canadian capitals, Jamaican capitals, and then the Cuban capitals, and then boom, we had got to the number 100. You know, 100 and 200, they're only numbers. That is the main, like, how should I really say it? I don't know how to really word it. That is just, those are just numbers. And that's all I'm gonna say, long story short. But they are growing. Now, I wonder what's going to happen as the amount of capital cities that I would draw, like the numbers getting larger and larger and larger, and then we end up growing the audience, or I don't know what the future is going to be like for this series. But a couple years ago, I had renamed Drawing Every Current Capital City to Capital City Art Adventure. I really got tired of the name Drawing Every Current Capital City because we don't know if we're going to actually draw every single capital city from tons of nations, from one side of the world to the other, or like jumping back and forth, doing like that zigzag pattern. But we are definitely getting closer to 100 times 2, that gives you 200 capital cities. I cannot wait for that. That will be one hell of a milestone. 5 years in the making. Capital City Art Adventure. It's obviously over 5 years since the creation of Drawing Every Current Capital City, but it's currently called Capital City Art Adventure. At this point, I'm just really indifferent of how late I am proposing a plan of doing a celebration, a milestone video. That's because I've been dealing with my personal life, working on other projects like what I mentioned during the intro of this art video. So yeah, I'm still, you know, I'm gonna keep that promise. It's coming. Most likely in February or March. It really depends because I'm going to be really busy drawing, doing other projects like under my Jules Nerdy character and outside of my Jules Nerdy character. Regardless, here are the rest of the capital towns for the Caribbean country of Trinidad and Tobago. So that is going to be the end of this art video. Stay tuned for more content, guys, and I hope this art video was quite enjoyable to watch.